Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about empty shelves from Trump's trade policies. You've probably seen some of the videos, articles, posts, and news coverage warning about supply chain issues hitting the point that we will see empty shelves soon. Those warnings have led to a lot of questions about whether they're sensational, alarmist, or set in stone. So, we're going to try to sort through the information and give you a general overview. The short answer is that they aren't set in stone, but they also aren't alarmist or sensational. If you haven't heard what's going on, shipping experts, trucking experts, retail analysts, and so on have been sounding the alarms and saying that the supply chain has been disrupted by the tariffs, so much that shortages will occur. First, let's go through the chain and talk about how the issues are compounding. Prior to Trump announcing his tariffs, companies started importing a lot of extra inventory because companies expected Trump to disrupt supply chains. Then, on April 2nd, Trump launched his tariffs. Almost immediately, bookings for global ocean shipping for containers reportedly dropped by almost 50%. Container imports to the U.S. fell by 62%. Companies are eating through that inventory they bought before the tariffs. They don't want to bring any more in because the future of the tariffs are uncertain. No company wants to pay the tariffs and then pass it on to you if Trump is going to back down on the tariffs in just a few days. It takes about 20 to 40 days for a ship to make it from China to the U.S. The National Retail Federation is providing information that goes along with this. They're saying U.S. container imports will fall at least 20% in the second half of this year. So, some logistics experts are saying we're already at the point where we will see empty shelves no matter what. But that isn't as dire as it sounds, at least not immediately. Almost all of the warnings from experts include this next bit of information, but it doesn't always make it into the article. The shortages will initially be non-essential items. Holiday decorations, back-to-school supplies, apparel, and stuff like that at first. Low-margin items the companies didn't think it was worth pre-ordering before the tariffs. An add-on problem to this is that if this comes to pass, domestic truckers will see a lack of jobs and layoffs soon too, which creates another layer to unravel when some kind of normalization occurs later. Trump was reportedly privately warned by the CEOs of Walmart, Target, and Home Depot about this on Monday. They were predicting the beginning of shortages in just a few weeks. The president of the U.S.-China Business Council said, quote, "Starting in a couple of weeks, we are just going to start running out of stuff. And if the administration waits to resolve the problem until we have shortages and hoarding, that is just too late." So, the warnings aren't alarmist, but the part that is set in stone is non-essentials. The real point here is that Trump is running out of time to do whatever he's going to do, because once the shortages start, other countries will have even more leverage to force Trump to accept their terms. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.